Right then guys, welcome back to the channel, start of a new video, finally, our Mini Cooper. Mini Cooper diesel. So, this is what we've got. Bodywork's not in horrendous condition. A couple of little marks here and there, but that's not really going to bother too many people. I think, as I was outside looking at it, yeah, you can just see on the back bumper there, there's a bit of a crack running across, which of course I'm going to sort it. I'm a body shop, so there's no reason for me to not do. I want the car to look as nice as possible so we can get the most out of it in resale value as we can. But yeah, wheels are in good condition, bodywork's not too bad. Didn't notice this when I picked it up. It's obviously had some graphics on it at some point. You can still make out underneath. Now that's never going to polish out, so not just that, these graphics are looking a bit tatty, you know, the edges are peeling off and whatnot, so we'll pull them off and paint the bonnet. Again, with the headlights, a bit difficult to see on camera, but these have gone a bit like foggy, they've gone a bit yellowed, so we'll restore them as well. What can I really say about it? It's got the half leather interior, it's quite nice inside. 3-spoke steering wheel on it. Don't think, oh, I might be able to load it up. So when I went to start it, the battery was flat, so yeah, there's not enough in it for anything to light up. But it's done 134,000, which might be high for some. It's a diesel engine, I'm not really that worried about it. But try and open this one-handed. So there's our engine, 1.6. Now this car has got a running issue. So I've bought it from a dealer, or bought it out of a dealer. It was a trade-in car, bought on eBay. Typical story really, same old. Give a description of it, said it's got a bit of a misfire, a knock-in, which on a diesel, that could be loads of things really. So, being a bit optimistic, sort of said, no, that's fine. As I said when I did the quick update video, I just put it on the truck, fetched it back, unloaded it, that was it. Then I just got out to it, battery's flat, wouldn't start. So, I'm just going to get this jump started off now, so I can get it loaded on the ramp for one, but two, so that you can hear it. You might be able to hear it on camera. But yeah, let me get things set up and we'll pick up from there. Right guys, I've had to have it on charge for a little bit. Got the big jump pack ready to go, so hopefully it should start up. So, as you can hear, it's not quite right. It's a little bit noisy, but I'm not going to leave it running for too long. Just give it a bit of a rev up and you should be able to hear the knock. So there you go. Now, one of the things that I noticed when I got into the bonnet of this, so the story behind it was that it came as a trade as a non-runner, all sorts of excuses as to why and reasons and so on and so on. Anyway, I've been in the trade a long time. I'll make my own diagnostics and my own assumptions. So yeah, like I said, we've got it back to the workshop, unloaded it. Anyway, as soon as I've opened the bonnet, the first thing that caught my eye was the fact that that turbo is brand new. So on assumptions, I think the old turbo packed up. I think the oil's gone through the intake. It's ended up drinking its own oil for a little while, which can cause all sorts of problems. You know, diagnostics will tell us this. But I think, listening to it, it's probably hydraulicked itself. Got a bent con rod or something. So I'm expecting the compression to be down in one of the cylinders. I mean, he did say that it could be an injector, but for the sound of it, I don't think that's likely. But again, like I said, you can't rule anything out until you actually get into it. So, first things first, I'm going to get the top, all the plastics pulled off and out of the way, and get into, probably take the injectors out so I can get the compression test on there, and then we'll go from there, see what we've got, see where we end up. Right, so all I've done, just removed the wiring, leak off pipes and primer, just so I can get better access to the top. So now I'm going to take off these silver diesel pipes, and then on each injector we've got 2 bolts, and then hopefully, with any luck, we'll be able to get the injectors out. We'll see. So we'll keep going. So all the bolts are out. You can see these 2 injectors are up. Now, right from the get-go, you can see that these are quite easy to move and quite easy to just pull up. Now, that's another telltale sign to me that somebody's already been in, somebody's already had it apart, and somebody's already done some testing. So, anyway, we'll carry on, we'll get them pulled out. Right. So, these injectors, for an engine that's done 134,000 miles, injectors don't look like that. Not that I've come across anyway. Somebody might tell me I'm wrong, but again, if you look at them all, they've been out. You've got 2, 3, and that was not really writing on it. Somebody's been out with that before, and if you can have a look in there. Right, 2 seconds, let me grab a light. Right, got a light, that's better. If you can see in there, whether you can see it or not, you see all the bolts have all been numbered 2 for the rocker cover. So somebody's definitely been inside, which is not necessarily good news for me. And to top the lot off, the tester that I'm trying to use, the compression tester, doesn't have the right end for me to be able to check through the injector holes on this. So yeah, I think it's one of them. I kind of knew when I looked under the bonnet and I saw the turbo was brand new, I knew there was a problem deeper than it just being something simple. People don't sell cars cheap on eBay spares and repairs without there being more to it. You know, that's what I've learned over the years, especially not if you're buying them through trade channels, because if you've got a car like this that's got a decent resale value off of a forecourt, like I said before, popular car, they're not going to pass it on cheap if it's a cheap fix, because it doesn't make good sense for them to do that. So, and I do understand that a lot of dealers don't want to go too deep into it and tie too much money up into it, because obviously it's all about the profit at the top end. Bigger the profits, that's how they work. So, yeah, not really much more I can say about this one. I've got to do a bit more digging into the engine, which I'm fairly sure will probably be for another video. I've got a bit of an ace up my sleeve, which I will show you in a second, and we'll go from there really. So the more I looked into this, the more I'm adamant that somebody has definitely had it all to pieces at the top end, because everything's just really clean, like really clean. So I think somebody's probably done a load of work to it and then figured out that there's still a problem, which is probably going to be in the bottom end. Now when I say I've got an ace up my sleeve, I've already got another engine. So the reason I bought that is it was local to me. It's a low mileage engine. This one's only done 85,000, and it came complete. It's engine, gearbox, they've chucked in the subframe, a load of bits that I don't need. Now I'm not saying I'm going to need the engine, but that was the plan for the car, thinking that this engine was going to be just terminal, and that's probably where we're going to end up with it. But before I do that, I think I'd like to pull this one apart, top end, because I want to see what's been done, try and figure out what's happened and why. Because if it is the bottom end, if it is just con rods, it might be easier, more cost effective, to just replace the parts that we need for this engine. So anyway, that's where we're at. So I'm going to cut this video off at this point here. So that's it. Back in the mix of it all. So if you've enjoyed watching this video, please give us a like, please share us, and all the usual. And in the next one, I'll get to pulling this head apart, and we'll see what we can find with it. So cheers guys, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.